What up, guys? What up? What up? What's good? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know what I sound like. Sorry, guys. My mom had eye surgery today, so I had to get my mother together. What do y'all have going on? What's good? Who's all in the building? What up, baby? Hey, hey. What's good? Thank you. I am actually looking for some music. So if y'all know somebody I can get the music off of, I am looking for some music. So keep me in mind. And y'all have my email, right? So anybody, I need some music. I need an intro. I need an outro. I need a little bit of everything. So please, please, please. Hand it over. Hand it over. Hold up, guys. I am still loading some things. What's been good with y'all? What have y'all been up to? What's good? What's been in the news? Anything I missed? Hold up, I'm loading one more thing. Give me 1 second. No, think about it. Load. Hold on real quick, guys. I got messed up. Load. What up, guys? Let's go to this chat. Hold up. Hold up. I'm still loading some stuff. What's good, guys? That other day, I don't know who was all in here during the chat on Monday. That got a little crazy. Yes, my mom is going to be okay. She's going to be okay. I tell you what, it ain't no joke when they start getting older. I'll tell you that much. That's why they say, whoever you mate with, whoever you choose to, yeah, she's gonna be okay. More Charlie Kirk says the black and white. I know. I heard about them. The two, was both of those guys in Mississippi? Was that a Mississippi thing for both of them? Oh, yeah. It ain't no joke when you getting them all together. When you gotta get your parents together, it is no joke. That's all I got to say. Hold up, guys. I'm waiting on something to load. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Struggle streaming. Hold on real fast. Yeah, I don't know what's all that. All I can say is it's gonna get worse before it get better. As I tell people, go the other way. When you see something sliding one way, you got to go the other way. You ain't got no choice. Certain careers, certain paths are going to take a dive. What up, Mike? Certain things are going to make money. Probably a lot of stuff dealing with old people. I told y'all 11,000 65-year-olds. 11,000 turn 65 a day. So just imagine that. It's going to be some money in that some kind of way. You thought you saw Anna at the airport? I knew this was skinny. I just saw Anna at the airport with her bonnet. I don't even own a bonnet, okay? It said, where is he chatting now? I can see his comments. So skinny be in here like like a bumblebee, okay? Doug said, did you see Jimmy Kimmel got suspended? No, they are taking everybody out. I'm gonna tell you what, his name is CK over here, okay? CK. They are not playing around. They are not, and they are they are cutting off lives and all kind of stuff. They are not joking right now. Like, you say anything about that man, you in trouble. So yeah, his name is TK, because I don't have that to do. I don't have. Hold on, off the air and what did he say? Hold on, y'all about to make me go find this video. Who got that video? Put it in the private. That's crazy. And definitely, wow. Albert said my coworker started talking about CK. I walked away real smooth, like Michael Jackson walk away. Like, I don't want no parts of that. Oh, okay, Skinny, I see that. Yeah, like, think about it. Ain't even worth it though. It's not worth it. It's not. I mean, what you gonna get out of it? What you gonna get? What you gonna get out of arguing that back and forth? People feel how they feel. It don't matter which way you are. Like, you know. I mean, I look at it like this. I mean, nobody should get something like that done to them over their opinions, right? But, backlash is backlash, and it's terrible. But think about it. Even the people that oppose CK, they were crying because think about it. They know that they can be done the same way. You might have different views, but if somebody doesn't like something that you're saying, hold on. You know what? Doug, I think it was Doug that put it in the private chat, and I was able to click it. For some reason, when you put it on here, I'm not able to click it. Give me 1 second. I don't know how he did that, but when he did that the other day, I was like, oh, yeah, I know I'm still learning it. I'm getting it. I'm a year in, so hey, I'm going as fast as I can. Now I'm not a year in on streaming, but I'm a year in on YouTube on this page. So it's coming along. It's coming along. Okay, got that. All right, let me get back over here. Like, real talk. Doug, how did you do that? Because can you cover that real quick? Yeah. Give it to me. You sent it to my IG? Hold on. Doug, can you put it in that? Remember, you put it in that private chat? For some reason, it won't let me click it on here. Hit the like button, guys. I would love to cover that real quick. Hold on. What is that? You sent it to that? Okay, let me go find it. Hold on. For some reason, Skinny, I don't know what it is, but YouTube does not let me copy it, and it won't go to it. It'll let me see what it is. I just got to go find it, but it won't let me. I don't know. Is y'all's IG doing that? Not YouTube, but IG. It's not letting me actually click it. I can click it to see what it is, but it won't let me copy and paste it. Now TikTok I can, but for some reason IG I can't. So I don't know if it's something, if they did something new, but it was not like that before. I was able to click it. I'm like, what's that about? Look, what they on? Out of IG? You out of IG? Hold up, I can go find it. Hold up, give me 1 second. I'll find it. What is this? The Jimmy Kimmel? Which one? Let me see. I'm gonna go. Okay, you sent it to my TikTok. Okay, let me take a look. Let me see if I can go to my TikTok and click it in here. Give me 1 second. Can I go to my TikTok from this page? Does anybody know? Let me see what it is. My TikTok. Hold up. Never mind. I'm gonna download it on my thing. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. My mom had eye surgery today, so I had to do some things. Yeah, I don't see I don't see a message from you on TikTok. Oh, let me see. There you go. Boop, boop. There you go. I don't have nothing from you on TikTok. You sent to my TikTok. Nope. You said you can click it. You can click yours. Well, I must have a block or something on my IG because it's not letting me click the videos that y'all sending me on there. And a lot of people been sending me videos on there, but I don't know. It's not letting me click it. Are you talking about the Jimmy Kimball, right? And I'll just click it off my what's the name? The only way somebody can post on your private chat is if they are in. Hold on, let me see. The only way someone can post it on your private chat is when they are in stream. Oh, okay, okay, cool. Okay, well, let me put them in live studio. Hold up. That's easy. That's an easy fix. I didn't know that. Okay, let me do that real quick. So Skinny, click this real quick. Let's see, copy. All right. Thanks, Doug. Okay. Skinny, click that. And then I'll be able to, when you drop me stuff, I'll be able to click it. Yeah, I know if I open up a separate tab, it'll let me do it. Yeah, click that on there. Hold on real quick. What up, guys? Put this in here real fast. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. I'm about to go search Jimmy Kim. I'll be right back. All right. And then Skinny, you should click that and you should be able to get it in there. All right, Jimmy Kimball. Dang, I like Jimmy Kimball too. I can't believe they got rid of him like that. Let me see here. Class shoes. Oh, canceled. Oh my God, I can't believe they really canceled this man. That's crazy. Let me see. Breaking news. Where is that? 20. Okay, which one I'm gonna see? Let's watch this one. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. No. Yeah. Hold up. Coming right back over. All right, let me add this on there. Share screen. There you go. All right, I got it. Hold up. Let me take that down. At the stage. Hold up. Let me take that down real quick. Hold up. I got it. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, play. Where the play button at?
As well as Reuters, a story that we have been following here, as ABC has now suspended Jimmy Kimmel's late night show indefinitely following comments that he made about Charlie Kirk's killing. The network's decision came. Nexstar announced that its ABC affiliates would preempt Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely over his comments. Quote, Mr. Kimmel's comments about the death of Mr. Kirk are offensive and insensitive at a critical time in our national political discourse, and we do not believe they reflect the spectrum of opinions, views, or values of the local communities in which we are located. That's according to Andrew Alford, president of Nexstar's broadcasting division. As we mentioned, Nexstar made the announcement about its stations, and ABC followed that by pulling the plug indefinitely on Jimmy Kimmel's late night show. Now, we also have just a little bit more information here, as we know that earlier in the day, the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, had urged local broadcasters to stop airing the show on ABC. So again, Nexstar made the decision to pull it from their stations. And then after that, ABC said, we're going to suspend the late night show altogether indefinitely. And this is all related, of course, to the comments that were made about Charlie Kirk's killing. The conservative political activist shot and killed in a targeted attack 1 week ago today, as he was at Utah Valley University speaking in front of thousands of people, a crowd estimated to be 3,000 when he was shot. We know that he was rushed over to the hospital there. President Trump making the announcement just hours later that Kirk had died from his injuries. ABC then suspending Jimmy Kimmel's late night show 1 week later indefinitely. We'll keep an eye here on the developments and keep you updated on what happens next. We'll keep you updated on Live Now from Fox.
I don't understand exactly what he said though. Like,
breaking right now on Morning News Now, shock across America over the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. This morning, authorities still searching for the gunman who fired a single shot in what is being called a...
I don't understand. Where's the words that he said? Like, where's the video at? Hold up.
Disney and the ABC network are taking Jimmy Kimmel Live off the air indefinitely. This follows a controversy over comments the late night comedian made Monday night about Charlie Kirk's.
That is absolutely crazy. They are not playing. Okay. Time to tell people. CK is the name.
Suspected killer and the MAGA movement and their reaction to the assassination. Let's get straight to CNN's chief media affairs correspondent, Brian Stelter. Brian, what is going on?
That's right. This is fast developing this afternoon, Jake, amid pressure from the Trump-aligned FCC. And in the past few minutes, ABC confirmed to CNN that Kimmel's show will be off the air, quote, indefinitely. We have not yet heard from Kimmel or his representatives. That's how quickly this has been developing. But let's back up and look at what Kimmel actually said on the program that has caused controversy. This is from Monday night in his Monday evening monologue. Kimmel suggested that the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk might have been a pro-Trump Republican. He said, quote, the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. He said in between the finger pointing, there was grieving. Kimmel was expressing what we've heard some other liberals say in recent days, that the motives are unclear and that maybe the suspect in this case was a Republican or was some sort of...
And you know what's crazy? No lie, y'all. When I've been on people's lives and say they've been talking and they saying it too much, I'll be like, hey, do not, no. I can see their lives glitching. I can see it pausing. Like, that's an uphill battle that you ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win that battle. And is it worth it? Is it worth it? I've learned that some people, they just want to be right. They don't care what they're talking about. They just want to be right. I don't argue with people who are, you can't not prove them wrong. For what? What I'm gonna get out of it? I ain't gonna get none of that. Hit that like button, guys. It says Colbert Show was losing. Wow, Paramount for $40 million a year. Wow, that's crazy to me. Is that JD Vance told T, because we're gonna say T in here, T supporters to snitch on people who talk bad about CK. Wow. When I tell y'all, they have whole pages. They have whole investigative pages of send me anything if anybody says anything about CK. That's all you see. And I'm talking about they're getting them fired. They're getting fired. Walking them out, clearing out the desk. They don't care. Even if they find your Facebook or anything, you say anything about any of that type of stuff, you're out. And they are not playing. That's why I was like, I think people are so involved with social media as far as the clout, they just like to say anything. So a lot of people, they didn't even know who CK was. They was just on here being loud and crazy because they're trying to get the clicks. They trying to get the clicks. And do you know how hard it is to find a job right now? It is hard to find a job right now. And y'all here playing like this? You know how long it takes to put videos together and get stuff together for these live shows or even the videos? No. I've learned very soon when it comes to this, there's one side they favor more. And it is just what it is what it is. It is what it is. There's one side they favor more. All that, anything militant, all that stuff, I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. I have some creators that I really do like, and I can tell their numbers are low and stuff because I can tell they already in shadow ban them. They already there. So I'm looking at it. And I'll be like, wow, like they're really good. They're talking about some good stuff. But at the same time, we don't own this media. We don't own this media. So when they want to, hit the road jack, hey, they gonna hit the road jack on you. Look at this. This is millions of dollars. This ain't nobody he just told. This ain't the sandwich shop. He told him to wrap it up and leave. No. That's one thing you got to be real careful of is politics and religion when it comes on here. Like, and believe it or not, like, seriously, like I know a lot of politics. It ain't, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. I know people that I know that should have way more views, and I look and I'll be like, they're the shadow banned. You gotta know how to play the game some kind of way. And just always just saying whatever you want. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work. They will put you on a list. Do y'all not know that? Let me tell y'all something. I got a sister and she works up there. And you know what I mean when I say up there. She told me every day you should turn your phone off. Turn your phone off, even if it's just for a couple minutes. Because the way that they got the phones, like it's made just to listen to you the whole day. They only listen to phones that stay on 24/7. It has to be a 24/7. So they say always turn off the phone for about a couple minutes. So when somebody say something, like do it. When it comes to this job market, like I don't think people gonna realize, we about to take a downturn. Even when it comes to lawyers, lawyers only gonna have to show up in court. They're gonna be able to paralegals about to be their job will be done. Anything that AI can do, that's over with. So I don't think people realize like all that little stuff that's about to happen. Go the other way. There's still contracts out there, still all kind of stuff out there. I'm gonna talk about that on my members videos. Let me see. Kilo Mike, wise people learn from the mistakes of others. My name is West, and I ain't in that mess. And you have to learn how to stay neutral. You have to learn how to stay neutral. If I don't tell you nothing else, you gotta learn how to stay neutral. You can still get your point across, and you can still take your people over to other platforms to talk about what you want to talk about. But on certain ones, they will take it from you like you walk, like you got candy from the candy store. They'll take your whole bag. It said the thing that amazes me was when CK was alive. Thank you for the CK. And no one knew who he was. A lot of people, I knew who he was, but a lot of people they did not know who he was. I'm telling you, a lot of people are doing it for clout. They're doing it for views. They're doing it just, you can look at some of the people that's doing the videos, and you can look at them and be like, they have no idea what this is. They're just, they're just reporting, but they don't realize. However you say it, it's one side that's going to stay on one side. That's and y'all know what side that is. It says, "Yep, it says my work phone stays powered off at night, and even if you just turn it off just for a couple of minutes, because it's literally made to follow phones that stay on 24/7. So if your phone is not on 24/7, it doesn't connect it like that. Phone still listen to you. I mean, we live in a world where everything is listening to you. So it is what it is. You just got to know how to move. Just say anything tomorrow. Talk about turtles. I bet turtles will come up on your phone. Talk about Reeboks. Reeboks going to be all on your phone. Says, leave my GG alone. Yeah, stay neutral. You got to stay neutral. And you know what's wild? A lot of my people, and a lot of people, they don't even know that I do YouTube. And they'll be like, I know you did YouTube. And they'll be like, you should talk about this. And I'll be like, well, I came up on your feed. So evidently, if you didn't know I did YouTube and I came up on your feed, that means that YouTube is feeding me to you. Like, don't let people tell you what you're going to talk about. Because at the end of the day, nobody is doing this just to do this. That's not how it works. It says, let me see here. Like, real talk. Because a lot of people knew who CK was, his company. Yeah. I've been knowing about him. And the thing is, and even some creators even start attacking them. They started attacking Candace because it's for the clout. It's like certain people, like, no, you see, I don't talk about them other countries where they over there breaking down them buildings and all that. That's not my job. That's not my job. And I already know what's gonna happen, you know? Like you will never be able to argue politics and religious. It says don't bring up old stuff. Like, seriously, you can't. You can. You're gonna be in trouble. You argued all you want to. It will get you nowhere.
Far right fringe figure. Of course, there has been a lot of discussion about that in recent days. There's a lot of evidence pointing in other directions about the suspect. But Kimmel was on the air talking about this, making a very serious commentary amid his jokes in his monologue Monday night. Here's where it became interesting earlier today. The FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, went on a far-right webcast and condemned Kimmel and urged ABC to suspend him. He also talked about possible regulatory punishments of Disney because there are lots of different stations that have licenses with the FCC. Within the past hour, we've heard from a big owner of stations that have affiliations with ABC, a company called Nexstar, saying that they were going to suspend Kimmel's show on their station. So in other words, about 24 stations were refusing to air Kimmel's show tonight as a result of this controversy. And then following word that some of those stations were basically revolting against Kimmel, Disney, the parent company of ABC, decided to yank the show entirely. So that's all we know at the moment. We know that Kimmel will not be on the air tonight or for the foreseeable future because the network says the show has been yanked off the air indefinitely.
Brian, just to take one issue, your interpretation of what Kimmel said, I think, is the one that Brendan Carr had and the one that the individuals at Nexstar have. But what he said specifically was, quote, the MAGA gang is desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. That can be read in several ways. That could be heard in several ways. It could also be an it could also be.
So just think about that. Like, you yank that show off. They yanked that show off like they was taking bell peppers off the shelf at Kroger's or Piggly Wiggly. That's how fast they don't care. They don't care. You gotta learn. You might not like the way stuff is ran, but you gotta learn how to move on the freeway. You can't just drive on the side of the freeway. You know, like you can, but hey, you might get a ticket. And what's it gonna do? Then you're not gonna be able to get out what you really want to talk about. Like, think about it like that. Like real talk. Like I get that some people might want to talk about some things, but some things is like, no. I've seen a couple people over this week to where I've seen their views was like cut in half. And because they kept talking about it. And I was like, I kept telling them, like, y'all gonna have to stop talking about it. You can review it, but when you got people in there saying they happy that a situation happened, like, you gotta be an evil person. I don't care what's going down. That'd be like somebody trying to come get me for something that I say. And you know, I'm very opinionated. Like, I'm just saying, I'm very opinionated as far as my show, you know? Like, I'm just saying, like, you know, like it's wild. It says TPU has been cited for being a R company. Google it. Oh, well, of course. But at the same time, like, let's just say that it is cited. Now what? What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Even if it is cited, what do you do with that? You know, like you gotta move smarter. The loudest one in the room ain't the one that sometimes get everything done. It's not. It's almost like the military. They send somebody in. They don't send them in with the tanks sometimes. Sometimes they come in another way. Sometimes they come in another way. So, and I get it, and I understand people are mad about it. I truly do get it. But you gotta move a different way. Sometimes you gotta get a certain spot to even have that clout to do certain things with. You got people under 100,000 going in on all platforms I'm seeing. So it's like you're not even there yet. You can't play checkers. You got to play chess. You can't play checkers. Playing checkers is gonna get you in trouble. And you can't let your emotion take you over. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed when old guy was on here talking, I was letting him talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm very patient when it comes to somebody talking. I don't let my emotions like take me over. And y'all haven't been on here yet when somebody's cussing me out. Somebody has came on here and cussed me out before. I mean, you know, I'm a very calm person, but that's something that I had to learn to do. Like, real talk, 100% all day long right there. It says TPU, that is no shock. Yeah, exactly. I mean, is it certain things shouldn't shock y'all? You know, it always amazes me when people say somebody did something and they be like, I can't believe. I'll be like, but it's them. I mean, you're shocked. You can't be shocked at something that they already showed you that they was gonna do. I don't know how people are shocked at certain things like that. Like, I just don't. I don't understand. Like how. I've always believed. I believe people to act the way they are, right? So certain individuals that I see, I'll be like, yeah, that's them. That's what they do. That's what they do. So it doesn't shock me anymore, is what I'm saying. So yeah, like if you a late person and I'm going to dinner and I'm having a birthday party, it starts at 3, I'm gonna tell you it started at 2 because I know that you're gonna be late. Like, you know, like I expect people to be who they are. Even when it comes to politics, I expect politics to move in a certain way. Like, you'll never hear me say something that sounds like they did it. You just won't. If we had a mayor named Michael and a governor named Jim, and Jim was doing all this crazy stuff, you're not gonna hear me saying, I can't believe Jim did that. Jim is doing exactly how he is. Jim is moving exactly how he moves. You can't get shocked over certain things like that no more. Just like with that, you know, like real talk. It says, Anna, do you have Threads app? The ladies are defending Cardi B. Oh no, they not. They over there defending her. Oh, that's cool because I'm about to break her down. And that's the thing. This is what they do. This is what they do. There is no reason why this woman should be having a 4th baby. What are you having, a revenge pregnancy? Is this a revenge baby? You already got 3 kids. You got 3 kids. What are you gonna do with a 4th? And he going out that door. Soon as she tired, he's out. And then he got to go get him another Cardi B. Because now Cardi B not gonna be the phone right now. That's how that's gonna be. You said you got into an argument with a woman saying she's a good mother. That lady, define a good mother. That's all I would have said. I would have been like, define one. Define a good mother. Yeah, I mean, like, that just shows you can have all the money in the world. You can't buy class. You can't buy it. I remember her when she was speaking at the presidential rallies. And that was wild to me. They had her actually open up her mouth. And I have nothing against Cardi B. I know wasn't she just twerking on top of a car in the Bronx like last week? Like, wasn't she just doing that like last week? Like, am I tripping? So you are showing out there pregnant and you're on top of a car twerking. I guess she's gonna get the mother of the year. Women don't realize. I want people to understand this, right? You left your husband, not a man. You left your husband because he was cheating, right? What people don't understand is Offset was always who he was. You know, he was always a cheater. He didn't do anything new that you didn't know he was doing before. I don't know why women be acting shocked. You know, like, I can't be shocked if I bring Charles Manson to the house and now he want to tear me up. I mean, people are who they are. People don't change. They're not changing. People are not just turning from caterpillars to butterflies. They're not. That man who he is. He been doing that. And now you don't want you. All you did was you don't want to another cheater. He's rich. He's going to exercise his options. He's exercising his options. And we heard her, how she gets smart, how she gets loud, how she's emotional, how she puts all the business out. It didn't stop with Offset. She's going to do that to this man too. So when you say a good mother does not talk about the father like that. Because you know what you teach your kids when you do that? You teach your kids how to disrespect their father. This is why you got kids that be getting smart with the father, because the mama do it. The mama does it. Like that's terrible. It says she needs the fourth to make to make it a family. That's sad. Them kids gonna be looking at that baby like this. The kids gonna be looking like who are you? You don't need enough. Why? He has kids. Somebody got kids. Why would you have? But this is the same conversation that I have with the ladies when I say, like, let's just say this man gonna cheat. I give it by December, something probably gonna come out. And these are the women that's gonna be like, he is such a terrible man. He's a horrible person. He did me wrong. He did you the way he was going to do you. I mean, it's almost like having a cousin who steals and you leave your wallet around them and you go outside for hours and you shocked that money is missing out your wallet. Is it me? Or, I mean, you can't be shocked. Like, and this man got more money. Cardi B probably might have been Offset's money. You know what I mean? This man, he don't have that. So he really ain't got to hear none of that. Offset might already want to leave for real. Like, real talk. Skinny said, I asked her, does a good mother make a WAP songs and cuts the song off when her daughter is in the room and has sex with another man? Why? And remember they said that she was getting down. She was getting down when she was pregnant, allegedly. And now look, that's the same man, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. Samson said, I mean, for Cardi B is operating around her people who have a similar character to, they have the same character. And think about it. She's the hierarchy. She's the one with all the money. So whatever she says goes, it's gonna go. She's not gonna have anybody that's gonna tell her no. Nobody's going to go against her. I mean, people don't go against the women now. And they ain't got no money, they don't go against them. Women don't tell that. They don't tell women not to wear that don't look good. Not to say that. They just let them. So imagine somebody who's worth isn't she worth 50 million? It says the ladies are saying it's her body, her choice, and don't judge. There they go. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Some of the ladies, y'all are tearing the world up with y'all mindset. Like, I've never seen nothing like it in my life. Y'all never wrong. Y'all talk over people. And when you get mad, you just get emotional. Everything ain't always how you want it to go. There is no reason why this woman should be having another baby. I mean, the baby's here. So, it's not my life. But give me a reason why. This woman, think about it. Her and this man been flying. They've been going out to eat, going to Hawaii. She got a nanny. Do you know how much she pays her nanny? I mean, it's like something ridiculous. I think it was almost $2,000 to $4,000 a week for for her cousin or somebody to come cook. That means she's never home. She's never home. Samson said it just doesn't make sense when people compare herself to Cardi B as if she's normal. Well, they one thing I've learned, they will compare herself to any other celebrity as if y'all are in the same bracket. You're not at all, but they do. They do. They do it all the time. Who's we talking about the other day? Janet Jackson? How many women that are in their 40s and they be talking about they gonna have a baby and they like, Janet did it? That's what they do. Tracy Ellis Ross. She like the leader of the pack when it comes to that. And people don't realize she Diana Ross's daughter. She gonna have money. A lot of these women, they're not gonna have any money. You're not gonna have anybody y'all bonding with. Because y'all letting Tracy Ellis Ross and Cardi B be y'all's leaders. This is Anna. Did you tell the story of a husband and wife councilman? They was popped by, let's say DJ T. Oh, DT. Oh no, I didn't see that. When was that? When was I think about it? I mean, that's true. They don't say nothing. Even with Michelle, I was watching a little bit of her podcast earlier. Cause I watch them all to see what's going on. And she had the nerve to talk about her dad was going to work. Her dad had MS. And Michelle. And she was talking about how she couldn't believe that her dad would come in the house and just put his feet up after mom has been home all day. Your mom been home all day long and your dad working with MS? And you got the nerve to say you couldn't believe that man put his feet up? Your mom didn't have no job? Your mom's house was that job. Like, and she doesn't realize, like, you're spewing craziness, and women are listening to that and agreeing with her. But they don't realize you former first lady. You got money. You can write a book and make millions of dollars. So why you talking to Tracy Ellis Ross, telling her, like, I'm so happy my daughter look up to you. She was saying that her daughters look up to Tracy Ellis Ross. She says she tells her daughters, y'all don't have to get married. That's not the first thing on your list. And she doesn't realize, like, you're having you're having feminism at the table. And your daughters are going to eat that up. And I will say, they can afford to. Now, they can't afford to when it comes to, they might not ever get married. They might not ever have kids. Money-wise, they might be able to afford to. But as far as, they might not meet nobody because this is how your mom talk. It says, Anna, I don't know where to send you a video. So type in Stefan Diggs like a... Okay, I got it. Hold up. I'll be right back. Hold up. Let me go get that right back. Stefan Diggs. Hold up. Locker room interview. Okay. I'm gonna see here. This might be it. I don't know if this is gonna show. Let me see if it is. Hold up, let me see. I think I got it. You talking about this one? Let me remove this real quick. Okay. Add to the stage. All right. Talking about this one right here.
Like to date your sister.
What the?
Why is that big?
Diggs.
Why Diggs?
Man. No. We're going to leave it like that. No.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Oh, Stefan Diggs.
Why Diggs?
He's crazy. He's just outrageous. Don't know what he's gonna say. Just don't know what to expect every day. So he couldn't date my sister.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister?
Least I date my sister, Diggs. 100%.
What guy on this team would you least like to date your sister? And I might add, you're starting to be the runaway favorite for this.
Would nobody want me to date this sister? I'm a great guy. I'm actually a great guy.
There's actually seems to be a few guys that don't think that.
Feel differently about me?
Yeah.
They just don't know me well enough. That's what.
What guy on this team would you least?
So think about that. And you're having a baby with him. Like, think about it. Nobody wants this man to date their sister, right? But this is the same woman that's gonna come on here and she's gonna be crying and she's gonna call him toxic. She's gonna call him narcissistic. She's gonna be going off. She's gonna be screaming while her kids are in the other room. And she's gonna be like, she's gonna act like his personality just got dropped off at the door. And you see, and think about it, you're making him a father. So now y'all really about to go at it. So there's a video of an old teammates. Okay, that one. Yeah, like that's crazy to me. Says the divorce isn't even finalized. And yeah, think about it. She's a traumatized woman. I mean, she's an ex-stripper. She's acting like who she is. She's acting like who she is. I mean, she's not. I mean, if it was somebody else, where I'd be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Like her, like, I mean, it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It says, I mean, if it was like Felicia Rashad or something, I'll be shocked. A younger Felicia Rashad. It says parents are sparing the rod, the belt, the switch, the iron cable, and the ruler. You know what? I think this is what happened, right? I think they call it gentle parenting. The parents before them, you know, they were like belts, extension cords, whatever they can put their hand, whatever they can reach their hand out to, like octopus. And I think the kids got so traumatized. So when they had kids, they was like, I'm not going to do that to my kids. So instead of disciplining them at all, they just don't discipline them. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at toddlers that smack their mom right in the face. And the whole family start laughing. And I'll be sitting there looking like they think it's funny. It says Michelle Obama and other female influencers know they get less money separating themselves from the viewers. And that's the thing. She doesn't realize. Even when I was listening to her husband, and the conversation was, he was saying how men, they was like, they need to add men in the conversation how they do women. And it was like, because men have feelings too. I'm aware that men have feelings too, right? But men and women are not the same. We're not the same. And I feel like they're trying to put us in the same boat. And that's where they lost all their voters at. I'm just saying, when it comes to civil rights, when you start marching with all the transformers and things, as soon as they had a case where that guy said that the transformers rights got violated, I already knew right then and there. I said, oh, civil rights out the door. Because what comes next? Somebody that's 45 that has a case with a little person, and then they're going to go up in the court and they're going to be like, well, I feel like I'm 11. If Tasha feels like she's Fred, why can't I feel like I'm 11? And people don't understand that. It's not about what you feel and your emotions. You can't have that. They behave like scammers on their podcast. Oh, they definitely honestly do. Now that they honestly do. I mean, you gotta, you can't have both. You can't have both. It says, how trash. It said, what a trash. Yeah. And just like Tracy Ellis, like she talking about, I can have all the young guys. She like, I can sleep with all the young guys. Yeah, you can sleep with them. I'm pretty sure you see a lot of backs. And that's how you know, just think about this. She can get into the best parties. She can get into the best places. Like she's in the spaces and they still don't want her. So you know she cuckoo. You know she is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And they don't care that you're Donna Rosa's daughter, because if they're in their spaces, they got choices. They don't have to pick you. And they didn't. I don't think I've ever seen her in a long relationship ever. It says, does Michelle like punishing Brian? She does. She also said on that same podcast when they were talking about having kids, and he was like, yeah, I don't know if I would have wanted to have a son. He's like, because I didn't have a dad, and I don't know if I would have been able to discipline him. And she was shaking her head, like she was like this, like, I'm like, no, that you don't do that. I think Michelle right now, I think she's in full renegade right now. Think about it. I don't even see her put dresses on no more. She got the blue nails. She got a ring on every finger. She got the braids, and you know she got the poetic. Well, she ain't got it right now, but she had the poetic justice old school braids. Like I think she's doing everything to go against the grain. Even when it came to the funerals and stuff, like she's still supposed to show up. And I get it. I know her mom had just passed and everything, but it doesn't matter. You have a duty. And that's like being a queen or a king. Like you can't just do what you want to do because your emotions. It says all the sisters love him anyway. Yeah, I think that, hey Purge, how you doing, baby? I think it gets to a point you gotta realize what they're doing. And basically, when they kept talking about because they was talking about what is masculinity, and it was like masculinity is not what people think it is. And what I got out of that is y'all trying to make the girls and the boys together, and that's not the same. It's a reason why girls got the baby dolls and boys got the GI Joes and stuff. We're wired differently. You know what I mean? We just are. And look at that election. They got on that so far. They pounded on that. Even with the girls playing the sports, or the boys playing the sports. Why was that even a big thing? That was a setup. And people don't realize it was a setup on both sides. So if you was on that blue side, you didn't even realize how that was set up. You don't get to have both. You don't get to have both. If I go rob a bank and I'll be like, well, I feel like I'm the branch manager today. I feel like if Keisha can be Brian, I can be the branch manager. It says a woman on Thread said she isn't healed yet and got so much pushback. How is she healed but got? Oh, you're talking about Cardi B. They said she's not healed yet. She's definitely not, and so they went off on her. So the lady was saying that Cardi B wasn't healed, and everybody went off on her because you're not allowed to say anything, and she's not. She was just crying, wasn't she? Just going off and crying, and I mean, Cardi, she's the kind of person, she's cutting up your clothes, and this is why girls do stuff like that. Look, I mean, when they see social media is like the new babysitter for even grown people. They do whatever that they see that they're doing. And these are the people that they idolize. They idolize these people. They do. It says Skinny said Michelle and Obama had Transformers in the White House. Oh, definitely. They definitely did. And I don't think people realize, even when Taraji P came on there, it is such a movement to break down the men. And I'm trying to explain to the women, like, once they try to, what's going to happen when you think if they break down all the men, all the brothers, what you think going to happen to us? Who going to take up for us? Who's going to defend us? Like, that's a setup. Even with all the DI stuff, all the scholarships that they poured in to a lot of the women, a lot of degrees are the psychology degrees. They didn't push women to go towards STEM, finance, science. They pushed people to go into those careers. You even got more money to go to school. They had special scholarships and stuff set up. You got more grant money and everything when you pick those subjects. But with those subjects, see, men go to school because they got to go to school. They got to get something. They have to have a trade or something. Women, they do stuff that they like. That's why they have degrees like Art Basket. They have an Art Basket degree. Killer Mike said Michelle was married to one of the most powerful men in recent history, yet she still promotes feminism. Yeah, but she even said on there that she would not ever want to be like her mother. And I'm like, well, if your mother wasn't the way she was, you wouldn't be you. You wouldn't have probably went to Harvard. It says, I honestly think she feels jealous of him. I don't think it's jealousy. I think that she's mad. She's angry. I really honestly think, if anything, I think she sometimes disrespects him. And when I say disrespect, I mean like when they asked her would she ever want to have a boy, and she's like, "Can I have another Barack?" Like, that's disrespectful. I mean, y'all still have titles that you gotta be careful. You can't talk to him like that. And then if you talk to your man like that, how do you think people are going to handle him out here in the real world? You shouldn't do that. That should never, ever come out your mouth. Even if you thought it shouldn't come out. Skinny said, Cardi B tweeted, "Black women are roaches." Oh yeah, that she definitely did. She's like, they're roaches. She sure did, because Nikki got on her about that. when Nikki put that little titty on top of her head. It says even the studs are tired. Yeah, the studs are tired. The studs was picking up the kids, picking them up from school and dropping them off. The studs, they over it. The studs are seeing, that the women are actually going after the studs because they know the studs don't mind picking up them kids. They know the studs don't mind being step parent because a lot of them don't have kids. Some of them do, but some of them don't have kids. So they looking for any kid to be a parent to sometime. And now they seeing like, oh, they sitting there like, oh no, this is why people not messing with you. Like, yeah, think about it. So when I was talking about her being like her getting cheated on, like you're going to get cheated on even more now. Most likely. And I would say this, people pick the same person sometimes. Might have a different outfit on, they might have a different look, but you pick the same person. And Cardi B, all she did was she picked another person, just like Offset. If anything, I would say he's going to be worse. He's going to be worse because he has money, so he gets to come and go. And think about it, she probably was going off on Offset because she probably like, this is my money. She can't say that with this one. And you know how women are a lot of times when they make more money than men. It says look at the modern wives disrespecting their husbands. Yeah, Aisha Carey talking down about her husband. Yeah, I heard she was saying she wasn't attracted to him. I mean, that's disrespectful. It kind of reminds me of when Will Smith was sitting at that red table with his wife. And that woman ain't never liked him. That's a perfect example. She's never liked Will ever. And he knows it. It says emotional manipulation. It says though the kids. It says women stud or not loves the kids. The studs they're getting tired. It says my sister is a stud and I saw her get abused by most of her girlfriends. They fight 85% of the time. They have an 85% breakup. So while all the women be thinking I'm gonna go over here, you don't get. I'm gonna tell you why that's not gonna work. I don't know how it is in the white community, but I know in the black community, moms tell their daughters, don't trust women. So I want you to think about this. So even though that they are going, they're probably GAY by default, you're going over there, you don't even trust them because you've been already told that you don't trust them. And they tell you, so you're going over there for what? You're going over there because that's your last stop. It's like a bus. You fell asleep on the bus, now you gotta get off because the bus is ending. It says some people have to come to the realization that their type isn't their type at all. Your type ain't, just because it's your type, don't mean that that's what you're supposed to be getting. Hey Mona, how you doing, baby? Like I'm telling you, it says the L relationships have a high I didn't see some fight each other, honey. I thought it was a Tyson match. I didn't see a couple at the gas station. I've seen them set each other on fire and all kind of stuff. Look how many of them done that before. They're very, very, think about it. They're at their last stop. They're at their last stop and they're not having it. They are not having it. They will take you up out of here. They'll take you up out of here. So all I can say is learn how to get along with somebody. You better. If you don't, that's going to be on you. Like, who you think going to help you? They have another 300,000 jobs coming. I don't think people realize all the jobs that are about to get lost, that people are not even, that it's about all the customer service, a lot of the post office, anything that's repetitive is about to leave. So think about if you're working somewhere, you don't have a skill, that's what you got. You don't have a partner. You don't have a partner. You don't have a spouse. You don't have anybody. You don't talk to your family. How are you going to survive? How are you going to survive? But the minimum income now is like $175,000 a year. And this is why when the women are like, we don't need men, we don't need y'all. Y'all don't need men, and y'all averaging out at 31,000. Where you gonna live at? And all your people telling you to do this and do that, where they at when the sheriff come to your door to come move your stuff? I never seen nothing like it in my life. And you would think right now they would, I don't know, are the women being a little nicer to y'all? Let me know in the chat. I'm curious. I'm still seeing them talking stuff. I'm still seeing them talking stuff. So I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Hey guys, if y'all go live or anything, put it in the chat, okay? Put it in the chat what days y'all go live. If y'all go live, put it in the chat. Like it's not working out for y'all. And think about this. With people losing their jobs, they're going to lose their insurance. So you got a lot of women take a lot of they take a lot of psychotropics for their mind. So imagine Tina and she ain't got her drugs and bugs. What's she gonna do? Some people only function because they own something. How are they going to survive? People ain't thinking about that. Because when you go on unemployment, all that stuff, your insurance it doesn't just travel with you. It's not a pocketbook. Like what's going to go on with all them ladies that's about to still be off work? This is what I say. They got whole lives about women. Well, I got a live on here too. I'm about to play. They got whole lives of women going off talking about being submissive, but you can be submissive to your corporate boss. You have no problem with following the dress code. You ain't got no problem with being on time. You ain't got no problem with them telling you what you can do. But for some reason, if your man say something, like you're not with it. Like make it make sense. I mean, you're causing destruction to your own self. Look, like this picture says, this says, I really tried. I can't stay with him. She said, honey, divorce him. She said, no, I'm talking about my boss. She said, it's okay. Be strong. It's your future. Why aren't relationships thought of like this? Like, wouldn't that be your future too? If y'all break up, even if he did 50%, that's still your income. Why is it not thought of as the same way? Is that not your future? Your spouse is not your future? It says no man is an island. Exactly. At all. It says, Anna, have you seen an uptick of women speaking out against I have seen a lot of more women because now they're seeing the results. They're seeing the results. They're seeing the results. And I think people don't realize, like, some people are really looking around and like, Dad, this is crazy. I've even seen where I went back at people's social media and I've seen that they were talking differently. And now, that they was like, oh, I see what Kevin was talking about. I understand what Kevin was talking about. Like somebody got on one of my posts and was like, you trying to ride the train? I've always been in Kevin Samuel's little group. I'm one of his 800. Like, I'm not jumping on nothing. I talk about logic and I talk about what's going on. And a lot of other women, they're seeing it now. Like they're looking at their lives. They're seeing that they were lied to. They seen they were lied to. You know how many evictions? Imagine in 2 years when they cut off even the Medicaid. I don't think people realize how this is going to roll. When Medicaid start kicking people off, you got all them. You got all the nurse aides. You got a lot of nurses that's having a lot of Medicaid patients. You got a lot of Medicaid contracts. Like it's going to be a snowball effect. I mean, I guess people are going to have to go more towards government, like vet contracts when it comes to medical and different things like that. But I don't think people realize a lot of smaller hospitals are going to close, the urgent care. So people that never thought they were ever going to get laid off, they're going to get laid off. All them researchers, it's coming. It says the West's greatest soldiers spending, especially when there's no money to spend. Oh, look, we got money when it calls for it, as you can see. You see that when it comes to Ukraine and stuff. It says, I have yet to hear men say, I don't need a woman. Yeah, men don't really say that. Men might be tired. Men might not be on it, but you don't really hear. Like, women are really going off. Hold up. I got something for y'all. Let me read these comments real quick before I play it. It says, yes, Kenny, I've noticed. Yeah, a lot of, yeah. It says, in the last, yes, Kenny, I've noticed that over the last 6 months, they are in a bind. When I tell y'all, they're going to be selling box. And you know what's crazy? They're not in a bind yet because they're in a bind already. But in their mind, they're not because I've seen a lot of videos where they're saying that the employer wanted them to make a video and tell them why they should work there, and they was like, I think the F not. So some of them ain't there yet. Even when if they're on the ground, even if they cold on the ground, they still not there. It's either you are feminine or you aren't. Exactly. And this is why I tell people, your social media matters. Your social media is everything. Social media is everything. When I got into Kevin's group, you know how long, like it was like a year, because they checking out my social media. They trying to see what's going on. They're like, who is this person? Yeah, tell the truth. Shame the devil, as they say. It says they burnt out. Yeah, it's gonna be so many of them. But the mental, and I feel bad for the kids, because why women are always talking about men are abusers and this and that. Women are about to start being, because they're not gonna have no money. Who are they gonna take it out on? A lot of them, they don't even like them kids. They don't like them kids. They don't even like them kids. So imagine a man saying, I want to rest in my masculinity. You know what's the most craziest phrase to me is when they say, well, if I meet a man and he allows me to rest in my femininity, what is that? You're supposed to already be that. That's like me saying, if I meet a man, then I can be nice. I'll be nice if I meet a man. Like, that don't make sense. It says, speaking of Kevin Samuels, what's your dress size? Shut up, skinny. Look, you always notice though, whenever he asks that dress size, they go, excuse me, what you say? They always got deaf. It says, I'm her boss. It says, cut the checks directly to the spouse. Doesn't he? It's always about the money. You're right. It is. It's always about the money till it's not. It's always about the money till it's not. And I don't care how much savings you got, you gonna burn through it. You know how many women I know that had like $90,000 jobs, all with DEI, and they cannot find a job. All the gig work is about to be gone, because you got to think, people ain't never did gig work before. They're gonna try to go do gig work now. So when the market costs more people, you gonna get paid less. So I mean, people are gonna do whatever they have to do. It says it's crazy. I had a black dude on a TikTok. It's crazy. I had to block a dude on TikTok for accusing me of being a chameleon, for calling out women. Yeah, but they don't like it. They don't like it. It's very few women I can say in my circle. Very few. But when I see them, I'll be like, okay, my people. But if you had 100, I mean, you probably gonna have about 3 women. You have about 3 women. It's almost like they can't hear you. It's, hey, Team Peterson, what's up, baby? How you doing? It says the federal government fired every woman that doesn't help out the age. I'm gonna tell you, and I've heard this. This is not, I didn't hear this. I seen this. You know, they had a machine that was at the veterans buildings. Like, I don't know what department it was, but they had a machine to where it was acting. It was like typing, acting like you was at work. I promise you. I know somebody, and they was never going to office. The machine was doing it. The machine was doing it. Like, she ain't been in office about a year. Yeah, they definitely already selling box all day long. It says, watching Kendra G, you hear women who are bartenders, strippers saying they don't want a man that working 9 to 5. Yeah, you get what you are. You get what you are. I mean, I'm gonna need people to understand that. Nobody's coming to save you, ladies. You're not. Jack's not giving you the piece of dresser in the ocean. He's going to get on the piece of the dresser. He's not saving you. It's not happening. It's really not. Yeah, Cheyenne Brian, and I heard she don't even like men. She don't like men. I've never understood how people can listen to like Princella or even Cheyenne. Like, they don't even like men at all. Wouldn't that? I don't get that. I don't understand it. Says Mona D, reputation precedes you. You hold both men and women accountable. Yes, you have to. You have to. The same women that are complaining about a lot of men, they're raising the same men. They raising the same men. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Pretty please. Like. And this right here, you know I'm about to go all the way in on this one.
Look like if I look like anybody that would split anything. So you guys broke up at that point because no, this is the question. Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills? No. Okay.
She split them legs. I'll tell you that much. She did not mind splitting them legs open for that Chris Brown concert. Do people not understand that social media is forever? Social media is forever. So you telling me, let's just say this woman meets somebody one day. This is what I don't know if she's doing it for clout, if she's doing this to be seen. I'm not a star person. Like, I don't get starstruck. I don't care who it is. There's no way that I'm going to be in front of millions of people letting somebody choke me out with the legs up as a young lady. Look at that. Like, that is crazy. I bet you her ex is probably like, yeah, he did not want to make that the mother of his kids at all. Like, I'm telling you. Mona said, right, it takes less energy to be nice and kind and nasty. Yeah, exactly. You can't take me out my square. And I'm a firm reader. I know how to read you without yelling and going off on you. Like, nah, I protect my energy. It says not a woman will realize they are in a blind date. It says when they are regularly trading box. And that ain't going to be enough. So I was going to be somebody that's going to sell box for cheaper. Always going to be somebody. It says you should already be kind. Yeah, you should already be kind. You shouldn't have to be made to be kind. So when I hear women go, well, if a man would allow me to sit in my femininity, that don't even make sense. I don't know who. I don't. Maybe me and Mona ain't going to that meeting that they're having, but I don't know why I keep saying that. Yeah, the AI, the automation is taking. It's going to take all them jobs. Like it's so many more that people don't even think that's about to get took. And I tell people don't sit there and wait on it. Mike said, I attempted to have a conversation with someone. I tried explaining that DEI cannot compete with AI, but it went over her head. I then went outside and punched her. Yeah. But you know what? I realized when somebody is dead set on being right, that you can't really have a conversation with them because they don't have any, there's no way that you can walk past them to get them to understand. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You're not doing it at all. Said trust no modern woman. Yeah, like they about to see. They about to start building a whole bunch of shelters. They about to have a lot of shelters, like the old school projects. Think about it. Where they gonna go? If women been living, imagine if women have Section 8s. And they never plan on getting off of it ever. They got one. The mama had one. They was gonna get their daughter one. Where are they gonna go? We really live in a time where the women be like, I deserve. They really don't think they gotta go do anything. And this is why women are saying, because their elders tell them that they should get it. You get what you give. So Travis saw this and ended it. And just like how a lot of the black women they are angry that man. I'm like, he's a white man. Why y'all mad that this man is with Taylor? It says, yep, they are fine people left to right, and many more. My next live, I'm going over to some of the ones that people probably ain't even thinking about that's about to get let go. It says, child, she getting dragged by the women for us. Yeah, you letting him slide you all across that stage. Like, are you trying to a man treat you how you act? Look, like she getting choked out on the stage. Like he the Chucky doll. Like that ain't cute. She too old to be doing that. She too old to be doing that. Look at her. Look at her. Okay, what happened to the thing? Hold up. What happened to my thing? Hold up.
You don't tell me.
Hold up. Where'd it go? Age, race, pronoun.
51 years old. I'm black, and I he him.
Hold on. This was a live. This was a really quick live, but just listen. Just listen to the foolishness they're talking about. Y'all about to crack up. And you know I went to their pages. I don't even know whose page. I don't even know whose page this was.
Because
hold on, where it go? Hold on. Hold up, played.
So I agree with this because I've been with my woman 6 years and she's black and I've been happy. And my mom had been telling me a long time ago, you want somebody who can understand you and love you more than anything? Stick with a black woman. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm still happy.
Okay. First of all, when she said, what are your pronouns? And this man had the nerve to say, I, him, he, or something. I would have hung up.
So y'all sound like y'all jealous of white women.
I don't need to be jealous.
Oh, that was him.
Trash for a living.
That was him.
I don't need no.
That was him, dumbass, that did.
I just want to know what it is that we will be jealous of, because the majority of y'all that's saying that y'all date out, y'all usually are broke black men. Broke black men don't have any potential. Mama's boys, you know, shit like that. Pookie, Ray, don't have your own stability. Y'all not financially stable. Y'all don't have financial literacy. Y'all just trash, right? And y'all usually get with ugly, eye-faced white girls. That's the pretty ones ain't looking for y'all.
Or bad
The pretty ones, the bad ones, they not checking for y'all. They're not checking for y'all. Promise you that.
We're at
Civilized. They will never choose you, Bookie. You'll get a fat one with, you know, food stamp card and dirty feet.
They told me a long time ago, and I stick with it.
And think about it, right? She's probably the big fat girl with the dirty feet. And they don't realize that the black men are wanted. So why they're talking about, don't nobody want you, Bookie? Like, where are they getting their stuff from? White women love them some black men. All the different races love them some black men. But they not trying to hear that. They ain't trying to hear that. They like to say and do whatever they want to do. And people really be in them live listening to them. Like, it's kind of sad. I'm like, who and how?
look like faded fat.
They look dusty, don't they?
Yes, they
all look dusty.
They look faded. Will be
dropped.
Give your age.
Let me see. Ooh, they didn't got saved. I'm gonna go back to them
or whatever.
Cause you know I went to their page, and the ones they was calling dusty and this and that.
Y'all usually
look like faded.
Big girls, bonnets. Oh, yep, I got them.
I want to talk about how YT people.
That was the one calling everybody dusty. She said
really
all the women are fat. Look at her. Look at that page. Y'all need not to have an open page. She said catfish wear all over that picture. All over that picture. And this is what the girls be listening to. That's what the girls be listening
to. Nobody loves me. And she's right here doing this, but he's going to go, oh, you in the back who looks cute.
And this lady, and I think she's a therapist, but you know, like I told you, black women have a whole bunch of psychology degrees. So nobody cares. But she was saying that men don't come up to her because of the way she looks. And she was saying that just because the women don't look like her don't mean that they're good women. Baby, them tattoos say something. Them gauges, all them piercings. Is there anywhere on your face that's not available? That's like, you park the piercing at every spot on your face.
Cute and innocent, and then he gets with her and then she fucks him over. It happens every time. I just talked about like men not liking women who look like me because of, you know, thinking I'm a Jezebel, I have a high body count, whatever. Somebody just said, Tay, there's not a lot of women like you. Yes, there is. You guys just don't like us. I've watched it. Men will literally go and date the girl who looks the part but doesn't act that way. They think I'm playing and I'm fake or whatever. It's happened many times. And a lot of you guys have this problem. You'll date the wrong girl.
First of all, if somebody can please, like, what would make you get a tattoo over your whole eye like that? And then you pierce your cheeks to get dimples? And then you wonder, and then the gauges. Like, what man likes that? I think you should kind of dress however for the people that you want to date. It looks like you're trying to date other women. It says some people have respect for themselves, no respect for themselves. That's what I'm thinking that you were saying. They don't, not at all. You went on there. I don't care if it's Chris Brown or not. That's a forever video. Imagine if she really met a man and he really liked her. And imagine his friends be like, "Oh, have you seen this video?" And she on there having a choke fest on the stage, like with her legs up. Like your legs is up to the air. Like middle fingers to the sky. Like, that's not cute. Or if you have kids. And this is what I mean. And all the women was like, "Ooh, girl, you did that. You showed him." But that's how going they are. They don't care. It says that if he hasn't put a title on the relationship in 2 years, you are an imagination ship. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I mean, that's what the girls do. With that bad baby, whatever that girl's name is, now she back on here. Crying. After a while, like it's y'all. It is y'all. Divine Photo said, "I don't want to waste time trying to convince people if they don't get it the first time. Just leave them alone." Yeah, you cannot convince people. You cannot convince people at all. You ain't lying, honey. The Section 8, honey, the Section 8 bandits is about to be deep. It says she is lying. She split the bill with that white boy. That's what they do. Oh, talking about Kayla. Oh, yeah. Did you hear her when she said, "Do I look like I do 50-50? You're going to look like a lot of things by the time the world get done with you." And do they think that, I'm just saying, as a man, if you heard her talking like that, even if a man did want to do something for you, he's not going to do it now. You sound like a gold digger. You sound like you ungrateful, and you sound like somebody supposed to just give you something. She couldn't go 50-50 with him anyway, because she don't make the money he makes. So that's here and there. But the point that she actually said it, he probably seen that and was like, "Oh yeah, we're not about to have no kids. We're not getting together. I'm out of here." It says Kayla said she had to represent for the brown girls and shake her tail. She had to shake her tail feather and grind on him. That was crazy. The choke was just insane. I tell you what, if I even if I was a father and I seen my daughter on stage in a choke position with her legs in a V position up to the sky, I've done something wrong. We're gonna have to have a talk. And now the girls be on there like, "Please say your pronouns." I'm gonna tell you right now, fellas, if you go on somebody's panel and they ask you to say your pronouns, hey, just get off. That is not what you need to get on. It's that he's staring the pot. He was staring the pot, all right. Now y'all see why Karuchi is with Dion now. She tired of getting that thing danced in and stumped in. She tired of get that box it been stumped the yard in. She over it. She want to have coffee and sit down with Deion Sanders. She tired. It says a mixture of attractiveness levels of snow bunnies. I mean, a woman, you can't do all this stuff to your face, ladies, and then you're mad because they're looking for a clean face. You can't be mad at that. This right here, this look like all the people that was doing the CK dances and the Rileys and this is how they all look. And all the 24 cuss words every 5 minutes. She look how she sound. Yes, Kenny. She's a twerking queen with a K, right? It's sad. And she probably don't see nothing wrong with it. She probably thinks she did it. Just imagine if you go out to eat. Imagine if you heard and you go out to eat and somebody send your date that video while y'all sitting there eating, and he go, "Hold on, I'm looking at something real quick." Like, could you imagine? And you know that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen. It says Tay Tay is KL's people, but I'm not. KL on, hold up, she's attractive. I never found tattoos, alternative piercings on women. I have the clean look, no tats, no piercings. Yeah, I don't have one tattoo. I don't have any tattoos. My ears are pierced. That's it. And people are so shocked when I say that. I'm like, nope, I don't have any. It says there was a woman on Ashley Dalton who said she was a side piece for 8 years. I mean, people don't realize a lot of people are going to be a side piece for 20 years. Because you're going to take whatever you get. Whatever scraps is left, that's what you're going to get. I mean, I'm only being honest. I'm gonna go pull that video up. It says facts. That's one of those. Exactly. Like, look at her. Like, pronouns, like all that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how anybody go on their panels. I go on there sometimes to see what they're talking about because I just want to see how silly they are. They be like, come up, I'll be like, never. Never. Y'all not even the kind of people I would even talk to. Y'all angry. I'm gonna tell you what makes them panels mad when they're talking about men, and I'll say I'll be like, I had a great dad, my dad, and they'll be like, what does that mean? They'll be like, we don't care. Like, that triggers them. The word dad triggers them. It triggers them. Like, it is the wildest thing to me. It says men have adopted to what goes in the dating market as far as transactional dating goes, but modern women to this day haven't adapted to how men. They're not trying to adapt either. They don't care. This is why the average woman is 185 pounds. This is why the women are still throwing on everything that y'all don't like. Shut up, skinny. It says Anna. It says KI is short text for cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wondering. I was like, what does KI mean? It's cool on that. Okay, I got it. Skinny should have told me. He didn't tell me. It says Mona D says I have no tats as well. See, I'm telling girl, you a rare breed. You a rare breed. You ain't got no tattoos. Mona ain't got no tats either. Most people, they got a lot. They like, you only got them. Yeah, yes. It's like the psychology behind that. Why are y'all piercing y'all chin, your eyebrows? Like, for what? Y'all just running out of stuff to do.
On TikTok, they talk about.
And this right here, she lost her mind. She done lost her mind. We're going to talk about this real quick. She talking about she's been counted out because of her pretty privilege. No, baby, your pretty privilege probably got you in that door is that you might not be that talented. She's Gabrielle Union's cousin.
Pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just, different face, same case.
Oof. Even now? Sweetie, don't tell me. I don't,
Let's just say that is what happens when you say.
She done lost her mind talking about something. She didn't got counted out because she's pretty, right? If anything, pretty has gotten you in them doors. Is you just probably don't have no talent. It's weird to me when women say that they don't have pretty privilege. Everybody has their own privilege. Different privileges for different people. I got my own privileges. Everybody got their own little privileges. Some people don't have none, but for some reason, for women to go, I don't have any privileges. You're lying. That's not true. You have privileges.
And so many times,
Sweetie has more privileges than the other girl with all the killer tattoos. Way more privileges. You're not gonna tell me that she don't. Everybody got their own privilege, and even that shouldn't even be a thing for women to argue back and forth. I've had women, they be like, I don't have any privilege. I'm like, you have some. You have some. There's nothing wrong with you having none, but don't say that you don't have any. When men was going out to the club and the women didn't have to pay, that's a privilege. When men are buying women drinks, that's a privilege. That is the nipples and the private, they piercing anything they can. And now now they're splitting their tongue. Told you they didn't want rogue. They don't have any men in their life. Even when I was growing up, my brothers, they made sure I didn't do anything like that. They didn't play that. They did not play that. Like, no, dude, you're gonna stay our sister. Like they're not playing that. And this is why men gotta even with your sisters and stuff, you gotta let them know. Like, don't wear that. If you got cellulite going all down your leg like an oatmeal cookie on the front and the back, you might not want to wear them shorts. I don't care if they make it in your size. If it don't look nice, it don't look nice. Like, whatever. Like, back in the day, women would be so shameful to have on things that just didn't feel right. Now they don't care. This is why you got one pieces out at 10 o'clock on Monday morning from Temu. It says, behind every good looking person, someone is tired of her. You're not lying about their shit. You're not lying about that all day long. I say it all the time. And for her to say she has no privilege, like, you got privilege. Lori Harvey right now is going through, she got some type of medical issues going on. And just think about it. Imagine all the boyfriends that this woman just had. And now you going through some medical stuff. So now all your new men that you about to meet, they probably not coming up to room 310. You know what I mean? They don't know you. They don't know you to do that. So this goes back to Sweetie talking about she don't have pretty privilege. The girl with all the tattoos in her face talking about she don't know why men are not coming up to her. Why would somebody come up to you? That's no. They cannot take you to any dinner parties. You're not going to nobody's. I mean, you will scare most people's grandmas coming in the door like that, looking like Hellraiser. It says, and that face tattoo suggests bad decisions. It is a bad decision. Those I call them trauma tats. It says Throte has made a career. Yeah, she's definitely made a career. She's definitely, she has a strong voice. She has a very strong voice, right? But even though you got a strong voice, your look, you're not going to get in certain rooms. You're just not. Her voice is strong. But imagine putting her next to other very feminine women. They're going to look at her like she looks emo. She just does. Like, I didn't make up the rules. I didn't make up the rules. It says looks will only get you. Yeah, looks will only get you so far. But looks, when it comes to different things, believe it or not, even when it comes to jobs, people, I don't know if y'all, matter of fact, I'm gonna find those videos where they had people going to the same exact position, and they had one looking real sloppy, and they had like one looking like she was beautiful, and they treated them totally different. Actually, it was the same person. They had like a really, really, really good makeup, like how Drewski was a white man. They had that kind of makeup. Same person. They didn't know it. Treated them totally different. I mean, I have mean privileges like all day long. And I don't even mean it don't even have to be with the even opposite sex. Like, I go to a lot of restaurants or go inside places and pick up something. It could be something as simple as like Panera Bread. And I'll be about to pay for it. And they be like, nope, you good. And I'm like, okay. Like, it could be like the little minute things. So when I women say that they don't have any, like, you're in denial.
I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity.
But you know what it is? Her career is falling. So now, since she doesn't have a career, she's like, well, I'm so pretty. If I wasn't so pretty, I would have a career. Is that not the craziest thing? It says nose piercing and several. Yeah, how many piercings do you have to have in your ear? Like, why? Like, are you just running out of stuff to do? And think, these are moms. These are probably the moms. So imagine what their daughters are about to do. It says, what's even worse is that a big woman wearing a booty shorts showing off all them stretch marks, they don't care. Look at all of anywhere that you can go shop. They make it in that other size. So they be like, hey, they made my size, I'm gonna put it on. It says, Sweetie just wants a pity party, and nobody's going. Nobody's going. It says Anna has lightning privilege. I look crazy on cam. No, you don't. You look like a professional. Y'all got to go over to Purge. It's going down over there. He got the hydraulics. I mean, I came in there, it was like Disney World. I was like, oh snap, okay. Tattoos definitely speak trauma. Especially on women, unless you're in that area. If you're a tattoo artist, maybe you're a makeup artist, but a lot of them, they're not even in that. You're not even in that area. You just got a whole bunch of stuff on you. like for what reason? You got kitty cats that's gonna be mountain lions as you get older. It says, but looks open the door, put in some effort into your appearance makes it does. It makes a difference, a huge difference. If I came over every day with a dirty t-shirt on and a bonnet on my head, do y'all think y'all was sitting here? It wouldn't matter what I was saying. Y'all probably wouldn't even listen to me. So Anna is using pretty privilege on set. Why do I read you in Skinny's comments sometimes when I see my name? I don't even know why I be falling for that. It says until the simps, it says, and the thing is, right, there are simps out there, but there are not as many as people think that they are. If it was, the women wouldn't be sitting in the cars. They wouldn't be getting evicted. Now, I mean, they're only gonna be able to pay so much, but they're gonna pay a light bill, take you out to eat. Since kindness is the way of life, in all fairness, it should be. It definitely should be. It says Quavo was probably the most high value man that she, but they said she was messing with Offset too. So all of Cardi B's people is mad at that girl. So yeah, she didn't tore her career up. I mean, so now they fighting. Now the girls are fighting. It says I will roast your bonnet wearing that. And I believe that you would too. Like I believe that you would.
Agenda, but it makes me.
I'm definitely doing a whole bonnet campaign.
Like my whole
Watch.
life.
I'm gonna start making a whole bunch of videos. There's gonna be nothing but
industry is just
going ill on women with these bonnets.
Different face and case.
Oof. Even now, sweetie, don't tell me. I don't.
Let's just say that is what happens when you settle. I be telling you guys, do not settle. Find a man you really find attractive, somebody who really attracts you, who you wanna rip it off every time you see him. You will never end up like that, honestly. When you settle, because a lot of people want to be married so fast. They want to be married. They're so desperate for marriage. You're so desperate for marriage, and you're forgetting that it is a partnership. You are in it. You're in it. Once you're in it, you're in it.
Like a job. And these little silly women like this come on here and be like, once you're in it, as if it's quicksand. As if it's quicksand. If anything, a lot of the women are the ones that a lot of times win out of the marriages. So why is she talking about once you're in it, you're in it? Do y'all say that when y'all take out on student loans? Do y'all say that when you have all the credit cards? What do you mean once you in it, once you in it? That's life. That is life. It says if modern women, even the baby mamas, were more humble, they could get good outcomes. I think that when you're having all them kids, you can't afford nothing. You're on a pathway to more property. So now you're about to be mad. So now your mental's about to be jacked up. Your mental's about to be jacked up. You're not taught how to get along with nobody. So I don't even think women you can overturn a lot of women. I've seen some women coming along, but out of 100 women, you might be able to really open up to make 7 of them open up. I'm telling you, they're not trying to hear it, even if their outcomes are horrible, even if they're in pain, they don't care. It says face is pretty, the mind is ugly and demonic all day long. All day long. It says chopped women always talking about settling. Just like this woman. Look at her talking about.
And that's why it just take your time. Take your the only reason she feels like that is because she settled. Yeah, she wanted to be married so bad and she settled. I feel like that. She settled. Now she sees him, she's disgusted.
And nobody cares how she feels. She's gonna settle for whatever job that's gonna probably walk her out with everything in that box.
She sees him, oh, he's a good man, but you don't appreciate what he's doing for you because you settled. You really did not like him when you first got with them. You did not like him, and now you are miserable because you are living with somebody you don't like, somebody you don't find attractive, somebody you're not in love with. And that's why it's important that you find the guys that you date people you're attracted to, somebody who you actually like. Because once you marry people you don't like, this is your life. Every day you are cheating on somebody, every day there's problems, and the problems you don't even know where they're coming from because you are with good people. You are literally with good people. The man is treating you really nice, but you cannot be happy with him because you really don't like him. And that's the problem. The desperation of marriage is making people do this stuff like this. Please, next time you are miserable, don't come here on social media and tell us single lady, oh, don't get married. Is
Like her. Like this is a miserable human being right here. And you're right. Don't matter if you're a pretty person and you have a really dark heart, don't matter. It's like having a Mercedes Benz with a Pinto engine. At the end of the day, like you have a Pinto. So, because that's the engine that's inside of that. And that's real talk. And what's crazy is how women tell other women how to fear it. Oh, exactly. She's definitely like I don't see nobody talking to this woman.
not even worth it. Don't get married. Is not even because we want to try it out ourselves. We want to try it out. Social media, you guys need to stop. We are tired of you. You married people. We are tired of you. We are tired of you because every day you are come in to discourage us and you're telling us don't get married. It's not worth it. God made marriage. I should find that marriage and I will be happy in Jesus' name. Oh, this every day, don't get married, don't get married, don't get married. You decide to settle, you decide to rush it. You decide to rush it, you couldn't take your time and make sure you're, I'm talking too much. Make sure you like the person you are with. No, you had to rush it. Now you are telling us, oh, don't get married, don't get married. Please stop. It's enough. We're tired.
You said I've had both abrasive and feminine female supervisors in the service. The abrasive one created toxic environments while the feminine ones inspired me to excel. Being feminine pays dividends. I definitely do believe that. I will say this though. I have been hearing a lot of men saying that their female supervisors have been super toxic. I'm talking about riding them like Seabiscuit, like trying to get them fired. A lot of people do not like working under super like controlling masculine. I almost feel like sometimes maybe the women maybe have something to prove. So they're going to be extra with it. I don't know, but yeah, at war with reality. That's real. It says I take no one with a bonnet, headscarf like that. Seriously, me either. I turn as soon as I see it.
This may trigger some people, but this is just where I'm at and how I'm approaching dating at this stage in my life, especially as a single mom and someone who's really intentional with my energy. I've decided that
She said she basically was saying that she's no longer interested in being a girlfriend. She wants to be a wife. She's not about to be anybody's girlfriend. She only wants to be a wife. Where are we getting these people from? You think you just gonna meet somebody with her big age and they just gonna be like, you know what, let's get married. It doesn't happen like that. I'm gonna need people to start being real with these folks. Like, yeah, I think she talking about the black girl. I think she was French. Says she's French. It says paternity fraud at the highest. I heard they have a lot of paternity fraud. It said they banned outlaw paternity tests. What? Are you telling me that they don't have paternity tests in France? I know you lying. Then let me go look up some videos. What do you mean so they don't have to take them no more? Is that what you're saying? Oh, they about to be putting babies on people like stickers. Like for real, it says she's saying a whole lot of nothing all day long. It says gotta crawl before you walk. She's trying to go straight out the door like Jesse Owens, Flojo. It says boo, this is unreasonable standards. And there are a lot of women on there saying they're not about to be your girlfriend. They'll be like, I'm not doing girlfriend things. They'll be like, if I'm not about to be your wife, like, how you making demands and you ain't even got your foot in the, we ain't even in the door. You still outside on the sidewalk. You ain't even made on the porch. It says every day I think, it says, I think watching these videos with these people really at war, they are at war with reality all day long. Every video is a mental gymnastics to cope with reality. I'll be thinking the same thing. Like some videos, I'll just be like, oh, they can't be for real, but they're serious. They are dead serious. It says they only want to be wives when their options. It says dwindle. Yeah, but then when you listen to women say what they want, they're like, I wish I had somebody to pay my bills. They're like, I wish I had help. It's never they wish it's never them saying they really miss somebody for a lot of the videos. Not saying for all women, but I'm saying, but for a lot of the videos, they're like, I wish I had somebody to help me pay my car note. Like it's all like a using spirit. This is only feminine women become wives in 2025. Exactly. It says paternity tests are illegal. What? Are you serious? So when you have a baby, are you telling me that? Are you talking about like? So you telling me when they try to go take so if somebody puts a baby on you, how do you get out of that? It's just yours. Is that? I hope not. 30% of men here in the United States, babies are not theirs. Like, so if that would be horrible. Hold on, what you say, Mona? You said true. I don't like those types either. It's like they're trying to overcompensate. And they are. They really are. They perceive as masculine traits. I mean, it's just like when a man tries to be feminine and they overdo it. Like, you know, I mean, they try to act like, the RuPaul's and stuff. They over exaggerate it. It's the same way, just the other way. It honestly is. You said not anymore. It's illegal due to the scale of increasing amounts of paternity fraud. Really? And increasing amounts of paternity fraud, and men said no. Single mother homes, not enough. Government funding to support. Well, they're gonna be like, what's the problem? Plain Janes always end up getting married. Yeah, exactly. A man want to be able to see what he's getting. He don't want all that craziness, all that talking, hey, it's gonna be a whole bunch of cute women upset. They about to be mad. They about to be angry. Because whoever the woman claims is the father in France. Hold on. So all she got to do is be like, she can be like, you the father, and that's it. Like, case closed. Is that what you're saying? I think down here, I did hear that T was trying to do something. I heard the president was trying to do something with the paternity stuff because there's so many women that put babies on people and it don't be their kids. I done been at a barbecue before and I'm looking at the kid and be like, that is not that man's child. That is not that man's kid. I tell you what, grandmas are not playing though. Grandmas getting these babies from their sons and they are swabbing their mouth themselves. And they're coming back. That's not their grandbabies. The attorney fraud has become such a pressing issue. 30s. Let me see. Hold up. I did not know that they did that. Oh, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at that. Wow. It says go to the UK if you're a Frenchman, do the paternity test. Really? If you're found doing a paternity test, you go to jail? To the jail you go? Wow. So you telling me that somebody can just have a date with 50 Cent and they be like, we won the room, it's his baby. Like, are you serious? I wouldn't want to move there. If I was a man, I would be scared. I would have a body cam on me like I was a police officer. Everywhere I go, I'll be hitting it. I'll be beeping everywhere I go. It will never come off. I'll be like, ever. It will never ever come off. You know how many women would put cases against you? That's why they stopped giving all that back child support to these women, because they didn't know who they did not know who their kid's father was. And then by the time she figured it out, now you owe Cheryl 13 years of child support. So now I think most states, I don't know if it's all federal, but you only can take it back now forever. It's like either 2 years now. I think it's 2 or 3 years. It's only 2 or 3 years that you can take it back. So ever notice how 1s, 2s, and 3s and 4s get married while the ones that are 6 and 10 struggle to get a ring? Well, I think they struggle because the 6s and the 8s, like, they want a 12. They don't even want that. They want a 12. They want a 12. And they don't have realistic. They're not logical. They're not logical at all. It says, yes, out of the control attorney tests are illegal. However, but the court ordered tests in Pacific, really, judicial proceedings are permitted. So in certain cases, they're permitted. That's still crazy. Certain states in the U.S. have laws that prevent fathers from performing with, you know what? I'm going to write that down. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Yeah, a lot of states are not father states at all. Like I think Texas is a father state. It says a French man to French woman, no testing in France allowed. French men must travel to do it. Let me tell you something. I wouldn't care. I'll tell you what, me and that baby be coming to America, wherever the closest place we can get to get the turn test. You ain't about, nope. There are so many kids that are not these men's kids. And women, they don't care. They will let y'all take care of that. I know right now she's a different blood type. The blood type she is, it would be no way for her father, who's been her father for over 30 years, to be her father. And she wondered, what she should say. I was like, I don't know, because I don't know if your dad knows. I don't know. Like, he already bought the car. Like, I don't know. And I don't know if it's something that your dad knows. I don't know if it's something that he doesn't know. Like, what do you do with that? You imagine your 32-year-old daughter come to you and tell you that? That's one of the things you don't know, because do you break your father's heart? Or was that the plan? Maybe he knew that your mom stepped out. Maybe he knew that you wasn't his. I don't know. But that happens all the time. That happens all the time. People be so shocked about that. What do y'all think happened when people lived down south and say their husband died and your brother-in-law had to take you in? Or your sister's husband take you in? Oh, you wasn't just staying there for free. He taking another woman in, you gonna be the other woman. So some of your kids probably gonna be his. People don't realize, like, that's how it went down. If you was married to a man, he passed, and you didn't have boys to run your farm, then you became your sister's husband's extra person. Like, I don't know why people don't understand that. Like, you ain't just staying somewhere. Nope. Let me see what it says. It says even in France, if the father is or isn't known, the name schmuck still pay. That is terrible. That is really bad. It says, right, he was talking on everything, including labor's wife. Look, let me tell you something. Who did you think took care of the women? Like, you wouldn't. People didn't realize back then you couldn't go rent an apartment. You got kids. and Fred then left, and you ain't got no boys, you can't run the farm. I mean, you got to sell everything. What you gonna do? My grandma and them told me, back then, like it, and that's the thing. They actually did have a brotherhood, but it made people stay together. It made marriages stay together. Where you going? You wasn't just about to leave Jim and go get your Cadillac. And look, people stayed together. People stayed together. And look at it now. My doctor, I was at my doctor's office recently, and he was telling me how his wife just left him. And they've been married for like 20 years. And it sounded like she was the one that wanted to bounce out. And you know how, like, that man is going crazy. That man is going crazy. It'd be the women. The women be like, I got to go find myself. They lost themselves in the woods, the cabin, the mountains. I don't know. And they don't mind. They'll break up the whole family. It says, thank God for Maury. Yes. In the 15, I knew paternity test, mandatory. I think every baby, you have a baby, I think it should be a mandatory thing to get a test. I honestly think that. It says she got the box. What's that? What that mean? But think about that. That man didn't want to leave that wife. My doctor looked sad. He looked like a sad man. Like, this woman didn't uproot his whole house. Took the kids and the dog. Oh, she got the bag. Oh yeah, she definitely probably got the bag. And that's the thing, right? He can go out and go find him somebody else once he gets done with being like really sad. It's probably not gonna be that easy for her. She might think it is, but it's not. It's not. I had a lady tell me the other day, and she's about and she might be like maybe like 55. Thank you, babe. She was telling me that her husband is not affectionate with her. He don't do stuff with her and different things like that. And I was telling her, I was like, he's probably sad, and she was just like, I looked her dead in her face and I was like, let's just say you left. Who else is about to do that on a long-term type of level? And all she could do was laugh. Because I was like, I get it, it's life, but where are you going? Let's just say nothing's happening. Where are you going? It doesn't get better. Like, you're about to be in your 60s. Where are you gonna go? You think you're gonna go to the edge of the corner and somebody's going to pick you up? Because now you gotta show this man all your flaws, all 60 years of your flaws. You gotta show this man. You gotta go through everything, like both of y'all encyclopedias. Like, do you really feel like doing that? And you don't hear men don't really, I don't hear men coming up to other people having those conversations. Do they feel neglected? Yes, they do. But women really be sitting there like, I'm just tired of it. You know what I mean? Like they be over it. So that's why I'm like, I don't, like, that's not good. How you divorce somebody when you're in your 60s or your 70s? Your mother gonna stay married. It says women have been pinning babies. They definitely have. I just told you about a girl I know, and she's about 32, and she said there's no way that could be her father. Me personally, I said I don't know if I would say anything because I don't know. What do y'all think? This man been taking care of this child. He been married to her mom before she was born, allegedly, and now she knows for a fact that's not her. Like, do you think me? I don't think I was. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's more hurtful to the man, just in case he doesn't know. Like I honestly, and maybe her mom only knows. I don't know. She says finding a new person is like starting a new job or moving to a new city. Could be good, could be bad. Well, I'm gonna tell you this: the statistics as a woman in her upper 50s, maybe 60s. I don't know how old the lady was. That's gonna be a hard thing to try to go put out there. unless you know like your old boyfriend or something. Like I mean, nobody loves you like your spouse loves you. Nobody loves you like your husband or your wife loves you. It's a different kind of love. A different kind of love. Like, that's a lot. Said 20 years. Wow, yes. 60 is new for no, it ain't. 60 is 60. Them knees feel like they 60. Jay-Z said that saying, everybody starts saying it like, them knees sound like they sound like they 60. All day long. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. That's wild. I said he's a simp. Which one? Oh, the doctor. The doctor's a simp. Well, he probably sad. Like, think about it. She probably took half and she didn't put them in a little apartment. They probably still, he probably got pulled up to the house they bought, they built, whatever. The dog probably don't even come say hi to him no more. That would make any man sad. But you know what? This is what I would say about this. Back in the day, when a woman wanted to divorce her husband, a lot of times your dad even stepped in. Your dad stepped in and was like, get it together. Now, women are calling their dad. Even if the woman don't have the money for divorce, the daddy will bring them the money for divorce. Your parents, you had to talk to your parents before you got divorced. You wouldn't allow this to divorce your husband. You'd have a meeting. It was but think about it now. They don't have those kind of people. They don't have a court. Their people over them is telling them to go ahead and separate. Go ahead and divorce. Samson said it's crazy how they don't think about that. It says that man, regardless, as if he has severe health issues. Yeah, think about it. And I did say this to her too. I said when people get older, period. I mean, taking all kind of different pills, or I don't know what ain't making the train work, right? People dying, all kind of stuff. I mean, puts people in different depressions and things. So, but I did say this. I was like, but there's nobody that's gonna love you like your spouse. So, me personally, go sit in there and turn a Netflix movie on and chill. But that's the fairy tale I think that's been sold to women. They really honestly think that affection is a 24-hour thing. It's not a Shell gas station. It's not. It has severe health issues. So it's talking about happy. Yeah, things happen. You're not always going to be happy. I don't know who said that to women. And this is what women say. A lot of times they'd be like, well, I'm just not happy no more. Do you leave your job when you're not happy? Or do you sit there and tough it up? Unless you got another job. Says life is what you make it. It definitely is. But at that age, I'm gonna need y'all to sit down. And I see a lot of women trying to get up out at 50 and 60. I'm like, for what? It says KS did say for older women to put their coach on a clearance track. Crotch on a clear track. Yeah, you heard me. I said I looked at her dead in her face and was like, who are you about to take that to? Who you about to show that to? You got to show that to somebody else. Your husband or your wife, they got grace for you. They got grace for your body. They love you because you got time, you got history, you got family. You about to go back out there and be on auditions? If you ain't gotta go be on audition, why go do it? It says a new man at 60, not impossible, but difficult. Difficult, it says, it's fuck. A good single man at 60 that desires a 60-year-old is almost impossible. Yeah, because a 60-year-old man is going to probably want a 45-year-old woman or a 50-year-old woman. So, this is the type of stuff, like, and one thing about me, you come to me, I'm definitely going to tell you. So I think she understood. I was like, you want to find something to do. Like, go find your hobby, go figure it out. But if you think that you about to separate from your man, you are crazy. That doesn't make sense. Neither one of y'all make enough money to be able to retire anytime soon. So, but y'all both just gonna suffer? I mean, that's real talk. More women and more people got to start stepping up and saying what they really think instead of just letting people just go down the drain. I mean, there's nobody that's gonna be perfect. It's not. Even people who are single, you know, a lot of men that they might not want to date, a lot of single mothers, but even Medium Man was saying this the other day. He was like, sometimes you are going to have to meet a single mom. She might not have a lot of kids. She might have one. But the older you get, she's probably going to have some kids. He's probably going to have some kids. It says before she was born, but it says the mother and daughter should talk. I mean, and that's the thing, though. The families, they're not talking anymore. A lot of families, they don't. I mean, think about the Sunday dinner. Remember, people used to go over everybody's house, that one house on Sunday dinner. I mean, they're not cooking. A lot of people are not cooking. And if they are cooking, they're only cooking for their single household. They don't even want people over at the house. They don't even want people at the house. That even tears up the structure of families. Because if anything, that was your time to come politic. That was your time to come talk to the elders. If you and your spouse was getting into it, I mean, hey, that's when y'all had that conversation. But if nobody's visiting anybody, how are you gonna have that conversation? Nope, nobody. And then now you got people throwing divorce parties. I mean, just imagine. I know a lady, she just divorced somebody. She was 76 years old. Her family should have did an intervention with the chairs and the circle and everything. Why are you divorcing somebody? Like, that's just mean. Like that, like, come on now. Like, where you going? 76? Ain't nobody taking you in. And the older you are, the more that you're set in your ways. So I mean, you're like concrete in your ways at 76. Like a casket in the ground. It said divorcing at 50 and 60 is the dumbest. It says, I saw that woman 60 plus have 20, if that. If you got a 20% rate and you want to be a bad 60-year-old, you want to be a 60-year-old that don't come with a whole bunch of baggage. And most women, I mean, most people, like, it's about to be people in a minute, but you're coming with baggage. Because women with 2 kids should date men with 2 kids. So they're gonna have, that's a lot of pizza. That's a lot of pizza on Fridays. I think I still hear women. I was just talking to a woman the other day. She was saying she don't want to meet a man with kids, and I was like, well, you're 38, so I mean, you're probably gonna meet a man with a kid. You might not want to meet a man with a kid, but you're probably gonna meet a man with a kid. And she hardly wants to get dressed through the days and comb her hair. So she better be happy. She better get whatever she can get. Like, women can have a boyfriend and they will dump their boyfriend because they'll be like, well, I want to travel. You wasn't traveling before you met him. What makes you think that, like, do y'all not realize what y'all in right now as far as the economy? They said Vegas is not busy right now. Vegas is not busy. It might be busy right now. Chris Brown, I guess, women go spend their last and pay $1,000 to take a picture with him, which is, I will never understand that. Ever. Who is that? Somebody said, who's that right there? Hold up. Reading these super chats. What, baby? How you doing? It's nice to see you. Hold up. Cases and Cams. Welcome, babe. Purge the BS. It says food too damn expensive to be feeding everybody. But that's the thing. People brought food over. It wasn't up to you just to cook all the food. Everybody brought something. But now people want to be in control of everything. So they'll be like, well, I don't like her greens. I don't like her rice. I don't like entitlement. And this is why When the Mexicans got together, they'll be 15 deep in the house. They all live in that house. I just seen a group of Mexicans do this. They bought a house for $175,000 years ago. The house only had 3 bedrooms in it. They put 4 bedrooms downstairs. So it's a 7-bedroom. They sold that house for $475,000. And they went about their business. And it was like 2 brothers. It was like 2 sisters. Like they buckled down and do what they got to do. And that was where else was they gonna get some money like that? And they did a lot of the work themselves. All they do is paint everything gray. They paint everything gray. That's all they do. You said in major debt. And most people are in debt. When they get around 50, 60, like you probably the most debt you ever. People don't realize when you're your 50s and 60s, you're probably, especially for women, I don't know about for men a lot of times, but you're at your peak. Most people don't make more money after 65. Like you're not about to be like, I'm about to have the money rolling in. It doesn't happen like that. And people talking about splitting up like that's not about to happen. Because I don't understand when I hear older people say they are getting a divorce due. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on now. You're not gonna get along all the time. You're just not. You're just not. That's that Disney princess that they told women. It's not true. Sometimes you might not like each other. You might not love each. You always gonna love each other, but you might not like each other. It says men travel only for business. Yeah, women be traveling with a piece of chewing gum and $2. They don't care. They do not care. You see, women are getting flew out on one-way tickets, which is nuts. So you just going like that has to be like, that's crazy. That she would get a one-way ticket somewhere, and you only got a piece of chewing gum and $2 in your purse. He said, at 76, what the F is she gonna do? She don't care. All she can hope for is a companionship until she dies at her best. Yeah, you right about that. Team Pictures said, I travel for work. It sucks living out of a drawer and suitcase. Yeah, but and I get it. It's for work, But some people, like a lot of women, what do they say? They be like, I like to travel. I just try to talk to a girl. She broke up with her boyfriend, and that's why she broke up with him. She said he don't want to travel. I was like, he just started a new job. She's like, well, he has to go to bed every day at 10:30. Most men over 40 go to bed around 10:30. That's life. But this is how the girls are talking. Little crazy ones. I said, when you talk to a girl long enough, make them talk. They'll sit there, you listen to them, they're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. They're going to tell you everything you need to know. It says, as an adult, to go somewhere else, to go somewhere out of town without money is ridiculous. You know what I always say? You take you with you wherever you go. So whatever you're trying to run away from, you can never outrun yourself. I don't care where you go. You taking you with you. Like, it is what it is. Guys, please hit the like button if you can. I am jumping off of here. I'll be back on her on Friday. So, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Fridays is going to be 10 o'clock. This Friday might be 10:30. I will put it in on my postal tomorrow when I'll be back on her on Friday. So please join me, guys. Please leave some comments. Let me know what you thought about the live, and please like the live. It helps out my channel. It helps out my channel. If you could.